Hello everybody, welcome to Pressure Crisp. And on today's episode of Pressure Crisp, we're going to be making chicken tikka masala in the Ninja Foodi. But we're going to be cheating. I picked up this simmer sauce, chicken tikka masala simmer sauce. I actually picked this up at Aldi's. It's, by itself, it's okay, but if you add a few seasonings, it's really, really good. You can either make your own sauce or cheat. You know, if you don't, we are very busy. Everybody's busy, so keep a couple of these in the house. Also go to the Asian stores. They have terrific curries in a can. Throw it together with a can of coconut milk. I always use chicken thighs. I don't really like chicken breast pressure cooked, but I'm working on that. So this is just a cheat. And you add a few more seasonings to this, and it is wonderful. Now, I work 12-hour shifts, and I don't have a lot of time to cook on those days. So when I'm off for a day, I will make this, and I have lunches and dinners for my 3 days that I work. Also, at the end of the cook time, I always throw in a bag of California medley. I did forget to make sure I do have one in the freezer. If not, I will see what other vegetables I do have, and I add them in, simmer it just a little bit. These recipes are just put out there for you. Use them as a guide, but change the ingredients the way you want it, and the recipe becomes yours. So I need to shut up, and we need to just jump right in and make this recipe. It's quick, it's easy, you're gonna love it. So to get started, I'm just gonna put this stuff off to the side. I have the chicken sitting in a bowl in the back. Before this cutting board becomes contaminated with that chicken, I always like to start my rice. And this works the best for your rice. I'm going to take the lid off, and I have 1 cup of rinsed jasmine rice. We're just going to pop that right in there. Make sure all of it comes out. So you have your 1 cup of rinsed rice. This is jasmine. You can use any white rice to make this recipe. Brown rice is a different story. It takes longer to cook. So to this, I know the usual recipes, it's usually a 1-to-1 ratio. You can go ahead and do that, 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of water. I always do 1.25 cups. I like mine a little bit more sticky, I guess you shall say, or moist. And I just take the pan and I just give it a shake. I do add like a 1/2 teaspoon of salt to this. I'm using kosher salt. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle that in. Once again, just give it a shake. I see a clump right there. I just wanted to break it up. And that's all we do. What I do is put the lid on, and I just put it off to the side. So I'll just put it right over here for now. With this simmer sauce, you can add like a little bit of extra onion if you wanted to. You could saute some onion up first. But if I don't have time for that, this is just my quick, easy chicken tikka masala recipe. It's easy. You can have it done in no time. It's really quick. So what you see in front of you, I have between 4 to 5 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And what I like to do is just cut it up into like this size piece. I'm not sure exactly how big that is. And try to remove like all the visible fat that you can. I mean, it's virtually impossible. You're not going to be able to get it all off. Like pieces like that. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I'll be back. So before I put the chicken in, I'm actually going to turn the Ninja Foodi on. We're going to go to Sear Saute just to get it going. Leave it on high and just press start. We're just warming up the bottom to get it started somewhat. Okay, so that's turned on. It's on high. I'm just trying to get the process just started just a little bit. What we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and add our chicken to the pot. So to make this, all you're going to do is add this entire jar of this tikka masala sauce. That's a simmer sauce. All right, make sure it's all out. And then to this jar, because we want to get all that chicken tikka masala delicious sauce out of there, I am going to go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of water, and we're going to give this a shake. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add that. I'm going to take a spatula. We're just going to stir this up and see how we're looking, because we don't want the sauce too thick or you will get the water notice. So I think what I may do, it's a little thick. I'm going to go ahead and add another half a cup of water. We added a cup of water to the simmer sauce. Because once again, I can't stress enough, you don't want to get that water notice. I've gotten that one time before. To doctor this up a bit, we're actually going to add some curry. But you can add whatever spices you want. Ah, it smells delicious. And I'm just going to shake. It's probably about a teaspoon of curry. Oh, that smells so good. And we're just going to stir this up so it's mixed all into the chicken tikka masala simmer sauce. This is going to be so good. I've made this, I think, 5 or 6 times. It's just delicious. I've even made it for friends and told them that I actually picked up takeout, and they were shocked that I actually made this at home. Okay, so we're all set there. Now I'm going to take a metal trivet. Just going to put it right there. Then we're going to take that rice, because what I've noticed, I think the metal trivet works out better because the weight of this pot presses down. I'm going to go ahead and shut the Ninja Foodi off. The weight of this pot presses down on that chicken, and I think that's why sometimes we get the burn notice. Feel free to comment down below to see what you think. I think the metal trivet is lighter than the silicone trivet. I usually use the yellow silicone trivet in this, but I have found a metal trivet works out better. I don't get that water notice as much. So please comment down below and tell me your thoughts on that. I'm just going to go ahead and add the lid. Make sure it's set to seal. The Ninja Foodi is on. We're going to hit pressure. We're going to keep it on high. The time, we're going to set it to 6 minutes. We're going to do high pressure for 6 minutes, and then we're going to do a 10-minute natural release. And we're just going to go ahead and hit start. Okay, so it's done doing the 6 minutes of high pressure. Now we're going to do a natural release for 10 minutes. Notice how it's counting up. Now this isn't going to alarm or anything for 10 minutes. So my advice to you, if you have a kitchen timer, set a timer or set an alarm on your phone. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. Now we're going to do a manual release. Okay, the red tab has dropped. Once again, always open this away from you. Shake it just a little bit. Oh, it's bubbling away. We're going to do the best we can to get this rice out safely. Let's see here. It's really sitting down in there. Let's see if I can tip it up just a bit. Use your handy dandy tongs and silicone mitt. Perfect. We'll put it over to the side here. Once again, be careful. We'll take a look at that in just a second. We're going to take this out. Whoops. We're going to take the trivet out. Alright, I'm just going to put this on the cover so we don't mess up the counter. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that is gorgeous. It smells so good in here. It's beautiful. You might say it's a bit thin, but it will actually thicken up as it cools. Now you can do a taste test right now, which I can do quickly. Just grab a spoon. There we go. Be careful. Very, very hot. That's very, very good. So like I said, I always add, I'm not sure if you can see that, a bag of California medley. You can add whatever veg you want. I'm just going to add this slow so it doesn't go everywhere. There we go. And this is just frozen veg. As you can see, it's chopped into chunks here. Just break it up. There we go. Beautiful. This adds a little bit of veg to your meal instead of just the chicken tikka masala with the rice. So we're going to go down to the control panel. It's on keep warm right now, but we're going to hit Sear Saute. We're just going to turn it on high and we're going to hit start. We want these vegetables to cook. Once again, cook the vegetables for as long as you want. I know this will cook for a few minutes and then I'll shut it off. I don't like my vegetables mushy. Okay, so as soon as this gets done cooking, we will do a taste test. Let's pop over to the rice and see what we have there. Once again, be careful. This lid is probably hot. I'm going to take a fork, my handy dandy silicone pot holder. We're just going to fluff it. This is the way I like my rice. It's a little sticky. It's just personal preference. Like I said before, you can do the 1-to-1 ratio. I just want to get some of that steam out of there so it doesn't cook anymore. And this is just gorgeous. Let's do a little bit of a taste test on the rice. Perfect. It's done. There's enough salt in it. Gorgeous. So we're going to let these vegetables cook. Let's simmer in here and we'll plate this up and do a taste test. Time for that taste test. And yes, this is very hot. I just want to show you what it looks like. It's beautiful. You have chicken, broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots in a delicious tikka masala sauce that we doctored. So let's just do that taste test. Let's grab a piece of chicken here. This is delicious. The chicken thighs are like fall apart. They're really good. Let's try some of the rice. I don't know if you can see that, but it's beautiful. This is amazing. So if you find yourself short on time, pick up some of those simmer sauces and they work perfectly and beautifully in the Ninja Foodi. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos using your Ninja Foodi.